welcome back to the video. Been extremely freaking busy, but we're making a video today. You guys saw from the thumbnail and the title, we're doing some body work in the truck. Not so much body work, we have a couple things around the truck. Like I said y'all in the last couple of videos, we have some big things coming for this truck. Paint's a big one, we gotta get ready for it. So I wanna get some of this molding off. We have what we need at my buddy Austin's house, Kearney Creations. That's the boy I bought this truck from. We're gonna go try to knock out some of the stuff we can do. Like I said, it's gonna be a fun video, a little tedious. Some of the stuff shouldn't be too bad, but you never know. And like once this siding comes off, you never know what the paint's gonna look like underneath, because it's kind of been covered for a long time. So probably gonna have some different fades in the paint, but we're not too worried about it. Like I said y'all, with this whole truck, she's getting painted. By the way, the wind is freaking terrible today. Y'all can see my hand throwing around. So like I said y'all, let's head to my buddy Austin's, let's get set up, and let's jump into this video. Alright y'all, so we just made it to Austin's. Like I said in the beginning, we have to pull this molding off. Turn around, show. Tyler, Austin, you guys have seen both of those. Like I said, this is actually who I bought the truck from, Austin. And Tyler was in a video like, oh, God, wow, man, how long ago?
Dude, probably 2 years.
We were high school. Probably two years. We caught a big fish together, man. So that was pretty exciting. But like I said, y'all, we're at Austin's. We're gonna get into detail how we're gonna do this. One of the things that suck about this truck, but it is what it is. So I have a pretty, I'm not gonna say a major dent, but it's pretty bad. And now we're looking at it a little bit closer, and you can see it's bulging out right here. It's nothing to really worry about. Once we pull the molding off, you're gonna see this dent a lot worse. But like I said, it's nothing to worry about. We'll probably just have to do our Bondo, and if y'all know my Tahoe, how much we would have used for that, it's not that big of a deal. Everything else on the truck isn't bad. I have another small little dent right here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. A small little dent, nothing too big, but that's the only pretty body damage I have in the truck other than my clear coat problems. That's why we're doing this molding, so we can get that solved. What we're gonna do for this video, Austin's done this a couple of times. Power Pro braid, y'all know it's the best braid out there. This helps kind of peel the molding off, and if y'all don't know, behind the molding there's a ton of glue. And I've done this a couple of times, but just never on this truck. So it's gonna be kind of a first time for me. And once the molding comes off, you're just left with that glue. I don't know what do you think Austin's gonna be? What color?
Should be black.
And how much of it?
It should be all the way down the door.
I mean, because it's a thick piece of molding.
It should be 2 strips about a ½ inch wide, all the way down the door.
And it's pretty thick.
It's pretty thick,
yeah. This stuff isn't really made to come off. All these trucks of this year kind of have it. Even all new trucks have it. All trucks have molding. So yeah, we got to get it off. To get that off, we have an eraser wheel on a drill. So it sounds pretty easy. We got to pull it off. Let's see how bad this is going to be, Austin. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
There's no bad way to do this. It's just a back and forth motion. You're really working it, you're getting it hot, and you're just cutting through that rubber and that foam in there, and you're getting that seal to break, and then you're just gonna pull it right off.
It's pretty thick though.
It is pretty thick. Yeah, that stuff's like a 3M tape you get from any kind of part store.
And it's not made to come off.
No, it's not. It's made to stick for a while.
Give y'all a little angle behind. Oof. Yeah, it's pretty thick. Actually, we looked out right here also. Some of that came off. Old fishing braid. This is coming off pretty quick. It's not that bad. Alright y'all, this sucks. I don't know if you can see it. We have a bunch of tiny little bubbles all down the side of this truck, and it's not rust. There's absolutely no rust on this truck. It's more of like just, it got so hot from that black trimming. You can see it's even peeling a little bit of paint right here. These like little perfect circles. And they're probably gonna get worse as we do this eraser wheel and stuff. Like I said, we're doing this to get the truck painted. We'll just have to live with it for now. But yeah, it's crazy. I never had it happen or seen that before. It's just a ton of little bubbles everywhere. So the whole goal while you're doing this, like we said, it's to get this trimming off and to get all this tape. And one of the most important things is this eraser wheel, it's heating up. It's going back and forth. It's just grinding off that tape. The main objective is to not mess up your paint. Even like I said, the truck's getting painted, we have a little bit of that bubbling right here. It's gonna heat up the paint. You can actually, Tyler did this on his truck, also you've done this many times, you can actually start smoking your painting. It's just, you're gonna burn it. You don't want to do that. So we tested this one spot right here, just see how bad. I mean, I'm starting to peel it off a little bit right there. The tape's coming up pretty easy, but we just don't want to burn the paint. Just an easy motion back and forth. When it starts to get down, it's like right here, when it starts to get closer to the paint, let off. You want to go a little bit faster, you just don't want to burn the paint. So let's get into it. We just had to move the truck up, y'all. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I've done a couple trucks like this. I've never had paint be so like fragile. I mean, we're barely hitting the eraser wheel to the truck, and it's peeling this freaking paint off. It peeled it off when the trim was coming off, and now we got how many, Austin? 3 little holes?
2 little spots.
2 spots where I'll show you guys in a second. So we're gonna let the truck cool down. I guess the paint's already hot just because it's getting hit in the sun, and we did that so y'all can see a little better. But we moved the truck up. We're gonna let it cool down, and hopefully we don't freaking mess up the paint anymore. Even though we're getting it painted, but still, it's messing it up. There and right there, two little holes.
GM manufactured this color red.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the lines of it being the shade that it is, and not doing enough coats, and not being, because every car manufacturer does a certain hardness on their paint. Like my Duramax paint is super soft. If I were to wash it with any kind of regular soap, any kind of regular brush, it would scratch the paint.
Yeah.
Just because it's soft. There's some kind of chemical reaction that happens with the paint and the clear coat that makes everything bubble up. That's why the paint always peels on red trails.
That's why the roof is the way it is.
That's why the roof's the way it is. That's why the hood does it. All these stress marks, like every time it curves or something, those stress marks in there, it's gonna make the clear coat pop. So that's why you see it in all your bins and everything, and it's not as bad on your solid panels or your flat panels or this section here. When you have this black here, it heats everything up. Black soaks in heat. That's why black paint's always hotter. So when you have that black plastic here, everything here gets a lot warmer, a lot faster, so it holds in that more heat and makes this paint brittle. That's why these bubbles are happening.
What he's talking about, y'all, is this right here. These just randomly show up out of nowhere. It's in Austin popped one of them, and it's got moisture poking out of it. And I don't think this is going to turn out the way I want it to. I just wanted to get this trim off, and we go from there. But now we're really going to need freaking paint, because it's like a chemical reaction. They're just showing up out of nowhere, and after we erase all this, and after I try to clean the truck off to get it looking good, I'm just gonna peel all this freaking paint off. It's not looking good right now, but we freaking ready started. We just gotta push through. One side, one section is done, and just screw red. Red sucks. Let y'all see. For one, y'all can't really see it because we're not in the sun, but the different tone in this, it's just how much the sun has burnt this paint. And like I said, y'all, this paint, look at the reaction it did. Those are all bubbles. It goes all the way down. That it's bubbling and it's chipped. Thank God this truck's getting painted. It's gonna have a full makeover. It sucks you have to look at it now the way it looks. We just kinda, that was covering it. Now we're kinda rocking with this now, but it's all part of the process. And that's what she's looking like. We've been working, Austin's been killing this. I'm just kind of here for support and helping him out. We have that side completely done. I just want to show you guys a little before and after, like what we're working with here and some of the damage that it's leaving. Like I said, it's nothing we can do about it, but here it is. So this is whip molding. That's where the Cateye looks stock. And then we jump over here, that is no molding. The truck always reflects and just looks amazing. Look, y'all know, the truck's it's got some clear coat issues. We're getting that worked out and figured out, but y'all can see there's still a little bit of bubbling, and a little bit of the chips that left. The back isn't as bad as the front. The front left a lot, and there's still, y'all won't ever be able to see it, but there's just, Tyler, what would you guess? 30?
20, 30, man.
20 to 30 just bubbles everywhere.
Little bubbles.
And where you got chips, that's where it did bubble, and it got ripped off, but not as bad down here. It's only a couple. But like I said, we're getting her figured out. It's not bad, but overall, I think it's gonna grow on me. But that is a truck with no molding. Alright, y'all, so we just knocked down this side, and we tried something different. Instead of pulling the molding as we're using the braid to go back and forth, I looked at it and I realized that it looks like where it's bubbling, it's where the glue was. So we tried something different. It's Stu bubbled, but we only have 2 spots that messed up. So this side tile, show them, it's not as bad. It looks pretty good. It also is pointing to those 2 sides where you can tell where it bubbled, or 3 sides.
Third right there.
But I mean, it's better than what the other side is. We're gonna try to knock out this last panel. Hopefully this side, I mean, there's no dents on this side, and if we can try to get this stretch looking the best and not have those bubbles, at least we kind of killed it with one. So let's get to work. Let's knock this out. Alright y'all, so we pulled off that molding yesterday. I gave it a day just to see how the truck would, just the new day in the light, to see the difference in what we got going on. And honestly y'all, it's a weird feeling. I know, like I said, I'm getting this truck painted. I don't even know if I like the truck with them off. I mean, I like the truck with them on. I wanted to try to do something different. I mean, it's kind of grown on me a little bit, but we finished doing that one side. We tried peeling it off a different way. It kind of worked a little bit better. The best door that came out was the one that we tried to do a little bit different. But y'all, I don't know, it's just as soon as that stuff came off, the bubbles started coming. So it's like, you tried to benefit the truck. It's my paint, it sucks, and it made it worse. I got 2 tones of paint right now, bright red, and then 16-year-old paint above it. I got freaking paint chips where we pulled it off. It's just, it is what it is. The truck's too beautiful. I'm looking at her right now, but I'm gonna show you guys what she looks like. Like I said, y'all, the truck is still freaking beautiful. It looks a lot different in my eyes, but still looks the same. Hopefully the camera can pick it up. That's what I'm talking about, y'all, with the 2 different colors of paint and the paint chips. Got the shade on this side, so it's a little bit different, but that's what we're rolling with, guys. I wanted to take it off. I'm actually meeting 2 guys today to talk about paint. We got some big things coming for this truck. I'm stuck between 3 options right now. I was gonna say 2, but there's a third. One of them's a wrap, and then the other one's 2 different colors that I want to go with the truck. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. We're just going to have to kind of play it out and see how everything goes. But I'm meeting with them today, so we're going to try to get some stuff rolling. We have big things coming for this truck. Stuff's gonna be coming in this week too. A lot of custom stuff, guys, that I've never done on a truck yet. So this is probably gonna be one of like my coolest and like most custom builds I do on my channel. After this, I'm going with the diesel, y'all. This will be the last kind of gas trucks I roll with, but we're gonna make them nice. I want to say a huge shout out for the boys who helped me do this, Austin and Tyler. Kearney Creations. I'll throw all of his stuff in the description. Guys, go follow his account on his Instagram, his Facebook page. I'll throw Tyler's down there too. Come on, win. There's certain things I just don't bring my truck to a shop, y'all. We can do it, and I can try to make a video and showing you guys how we did it. I'm almost positive your vehicle will not come out like this if this is what you want to do. If you have this type of paint in this year model, yeah, maybe, because I never had this happen to me before. Normally it's just a smooth, easy, pull it off, wipe the paint down, it looks beautiful. And if your truck's older, it's gonna have that 2-tone different kinds of paint because the sun's been baking it. But it is what it is, y'all. We got it done. I think it's closer to getting paint now, and it's just the process is starting. So that's all I got for you guys. I really appreciate you watching this video. Till next time, Lipton Bass TV.